Hey guys, what's going on? What's going on? The Streets Trading here with another video lesson for everybody. We're wrapping up the week. It is Friday the 13th. Damn, I'm not sure that's a very good day to trade the markets today. But anyway, who gives a shit? So listen guys, we're looking at a 15-minute chart of APD, Air Products and Chemicals Basic Material Sector. So we obviously had this on our trade ideas video yesterday. Actually, we're gonna put up the clip from that video to give you an idea if you guys missed it. And this is for everybody else. We're gonna let this video play out for everybody. See what we talk about on these trade idea videos. And this is one of those that you missed, and actually paid very, very nicely. APD. These guys, listen, this is as a clean day two as you're going to get. This obviously, sold off bad earnings and guidance, close to the low of the day. This is just clearly telling you institutions like we're fucking out. We're out. So we see some continued selling. Let's go to the daily, give you an idea. The bounce, obviously, is 273. If you're going to buy it, where are you going to buy it? You're going to buy it here, or you're going to buy it in lower 270s? We say lower 270s. So we want to see an upside down U. We want to see prices come up here, maybe perhaps test this zone in this 280s to get rejected and take this out. If we see, we're going to actually put this here, boom, right here. This is afternoon support right there. All right, so if we see that getting taken out, there's a high probability it's going to flush, take out yesterday's lows of the 277 plus continue to flush to 273, 275, let's say. But that's what we're looking at. We want to see a little bit of dancing around before that level gets taken out. But this is a very clean day two continuation. So you can see, guys, that, listen, there's reasonings behind why we do not use indicators. We trade a very, very clean chart. Very clean chart. The reason being, every indicator on the planet, all your MACDs, your RSI, your stochastics, Bollinger Bands, Ichi Cloud, fill in the blank, all right? Fill in the blank. They all had this thing oversold. Time to buy, we're going to get the bounce, that's it. And yet, it sold off another 6%, 17 points, right? Off a clean setup for continuation after a gap down due to earnings. We're going to put on our trend lines here for everybody to see how we do it. All right. So clearly you see a level of demand here, right? In the 273s. We're going to go down to the 2 minute because that's what we actually traded off of. So you can see that it sold off on the 11th. Right? Close to the low of the day. You couldn't have a cleaner setup for a continuation. Close to the low of the day. The lows of the day was at what, 277, right? Let's go back to that 15-minute again. Where's this zone? Where's this cluster of buying? Where's the business being conducted, right? This is accumulation from institutional traders building the position for the move up here, right? After the move occurred, the imbalance occurred, it ran up 14, almost 15%, 48 points. All right? This is accumulation. Happened in what, 3 days, 4 days, right? So this is a level of interest where business was being conducted, right? It closed at the very top of that range on the gap down day. Could it bounce there? There was a possibility, but the probabilities are far greater for it to come at least to the middle of the zone, perhaps to the lower part of the zone. Now, let's zoom out a little bit further. Let's go to the hourly. All right? Look at this 260 level. We plotted this 260 level during the session. Why? It's a very clean, easy way to see levels of interest, targets. Previous resistance becomes future support. Previous resistance becomes future support. When price takes out a level of resistance and trades above that level, becomes support. Acts as a magnet. Sometime in the future, perhaps near or far, that level will act as a magnet and therefore pull price to it. Why do you think it took out this 4-month level, this 273 that we had plotted, took out that level and just dropped like a fucking hot knife? To where? The level that's a magnet. Previous resistance, now support. Let's go back to the 2-minute. When it took out, it was bouncing at the 273, as you can see, right? Printing right there, just bouncing from level to level. VWAP to the lows. VWAP to the lows. VWAP to the lows. But you're seeing VWAP coming down at an angle, which is very bearish, of course, getting tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter. Go to the 5-minute. Same thing occurring. Go to the 15-minute. Same thing occurring. What we always talk about. The longer price sits at a level, the more traders you're going to have on your side, on your team, in your camp. You have the 1-minute traders, the 2-minute traders, the 5-minute traders, the 15-minute traders, the 30-minute traders. All these guys that are waiting for that, they trade a specific time frame, waiting for a move to happen. They're all seeing the same thing. If it's only happening on the 1 minute, great, it could work, of course. But the more time passes that it's still forming and hasn't happened yet, the more people you're going to have on your side once it does happen. Why do you think you have this monster move to the downside once the level breaks? Right? 2-minute. Once that level breaks, good night. Tried one last time, attempt to pull back, try to shake out the weak hands, and then it just fucking flushed. Where did it go? The low of the day was what? I think it was 263 and change, right? Low 263. So it didn't make it 260, but it blew past that 273, 10 points. Let's go back to 30-minute again. This level, this 273, obviously could have been a little lower with these little wicks down here, 271. More or less 273, this is a cluster of buying. This demand zone here broke right through that thing. Once it broke through that last level, quote-unquote, of defense, where was it going? Let's go back to the hourly. Previous resistance becomes support. So when we talk about looking at the big picture, we're not investors. We're not long-term investors. We're active traders. But you can still use the mentality of the long-term investors when you're looking at levels to risk off of A, B, targets. All right, we're not scalpers. Oh, it's time to pop up. Sorry about that. Move this off the screen here, guys. All right. We're not scalpers. We don't take 10, 15, 20 cents partials, all that shit. No, guys. We trade points. All right? Listen. You're a scalper, you trade 10, 15, 20 cents. Great, good for you. More power to you. It's not what we do. All right? We trade big moves, guys. We're patient snipers in the market. That's what we do here at the Street Trade. So we're active traders, but we look at the market through all lenses. You understand who your opponent is. Think like they think. Understand their mindset. And also find the flaw in their mindset. And that's how you could stay in the saddle and extract much further than what everybody else is saying because of their indicators. Everything is oversold. There's no way it's going down any further. Really? 17 points. It's a decent day. Right? It's a decent day. You have a number of opportunities to get in this thing. You missed the first opportunity taking out pre-market lows. You have the bounce off of the low part of the demand zone, that 273, came back to VWAP. Buyers tried to push this thing up, to claim VWAP, but clearly sellers absorbed all of that and brought it right back down. Very, very bearish move. Came back down, tested that level again, bounced, came back up to VWAP. What does it do? A lower high. Very bearish move. Came right back down again. Tried to test VWAP one more time. The third time. What did it do? Got stuffed out. Lower high. Came right back down. Now this level is starting to be pretty significant. You have what? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 attempts and now consolidation at trying to break this level. One last attempt at VWAP. One more push. Trying to catch those chasers. Catch those bottom feeders right here, right? And they caught plenty. Got stuffed out again. It took out the previous high, which is a kind of a shakeout. They shook them out. All the guys that had to stop at that high got shooked out. Out. Came back down. Consolidated at that 73. Came down heavy on selling. Took out that level with a vengeance. Look at the volume down here. You saw the volume step in. Boom, and it was a flush. When you saw the volume pick up like this, taking out that level that was consolidating all day, that was holding this price up, the boys were done. They got everything they needed. It's time to flush this thing out. It's time to get out. They started selling on the 11th now. Don't forget it. All right? Don't forget it. The highs of the gap down was 300. They brought it down to 263. What does that tell you? We're out. All right? We're out. We're not going to drag this thing on any longer. Think like they think, guys. Understand their thought process. Even though they're, trading weeks, months, years, understand their thought process. Bring that into your daily routine. So when you see things like this happen, that it's sold off sold off on the gap down day, 21 points, 22 points, whatever it was, 8%, 7%. Oversold. Can't go any further. No way. Oh, really? Boom. Another 15, 16 points. So we're not saying don't use your indicator, don't use your MACDs, your stochastics, your RSI. We're not saying don't use those things. All right? We don't. We give two shits about them. Because this is all that you need to see. The chart tells you everything. Price and volume tells you everything. Price action tells you everything you need to know. Because you can get false signals from those other indicators. And all the indicators tell you this thing is done. It's not going any further down. Beg to differ. All right, guys, listen, trade smarter. Look at the big picture. Focus your trade ideas and make it happen. All right, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this one. Any question, reach out. We're here for you. All right, later.